And there we go. Huh? We're starting with our best and worst. Welcome, Riddell Sports Network. I'm Dan. This is Dare.
Yeah, yo.
Dave.
Rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela.
He was only like in his 60s, right?
Yeah, 63, I believe 62 maybe.
We're going to start with our best and worst of NFL Week 7, starting with our best, and Dave with the Green Bay Packers in a tight win.
Yeah, mine. I've been off of the Packers. They're my team, and I've been sleeping on them. They came in, they beat a really good Texans team at home. Yeah, Love's still turning the ball over. He's got to clean that up. But this team's clicking. Defense looks good. All around, they look good.
10 of 21 for 96 yards with C.J. Stroud. Holy crap!
Yeah, I've been real low on them. I've been hating on them. I've been tough on them, but I like it. You beat a really good Texans team.
And if Love stops throwing picks, this game's a blowout.
Yeah. What's he getting, 2 a game?
Yeah. Since he's been back, he's thrown like 8 or 9. So, all right, my best of the week. Now, I called this game, so I watched it very closely. But it was a back and forth slugfest. It looked like Minnesota was going to pull away early. Like, oh man, I remember saying, if it's like this, I'm going to switch over to Green Bay, Houston, or whatever. But then the Lions throw up 3 touchdowns in the second. Okay, here we go. It was just back and forth. There was a late fumble recovery by the Vikings to give them the lead. Lions marched down the field. Check out these stats from Jared Goff and Sam Darnold. 22 of 25 for 280 and 2 touchdowns. That's the type of accuracy you want from your quarterback. 22 of 27 for 252 and a pick. Now, the interception was a fantastic play. Like, nothing. I think it was Brian Branch who comes in, he breaks on the ball, and then he has the athleticism. Now, I'll try and do this without losing my mic. To jump, he comes in, but he came in too far, and he jumps and like arches back and snags. It was nasty. But the game was back and forth. This is the type of teams I would like to see in the NFC Championship. I know it's hard for you to watch because two division rivals, but these teams are fun. Yeah. Sam Darnold getting his shot.
I watched every minute of this game. It was a good-ass game.
So Jared Goff is potential MVP.
Yeah.
I think he's top 4 now, whatever it is, 3 or 4.
With
obviously
Jackson,
Mahomes, Josh Allen.
No, it's not Mahomes.
Mahomes he's in the running for it, 100%. So everybody knows that Goff when he gets pressured, he's terrible, awful. So what their plan was, they started rushing him, they blitzed him, it didn't work. Goff was still chewing out there, so maybe he figured it out.
Well, what Goff needs to do is he's got to know that he doesn't have to be great. You know what I mean? Just be good. You have the weapons around you. You just got to be good. Don't do dumb plays. Don't turn the ball over.
Don't panic.
Yeah, minimal passes. You don't have to throw it 55 times. You don't have to be great. Just be good. Be good enough.
But he's been very good.
Oh, yeah, he has.
231 passing yards per game, 6 touchdowns with 8 interceptions. Does that scream MVP to you? If he's in the running, there's something seriously wrong. There's no way he's not an MVP candidate this year unless he turns it around. And you making that fantasy trade, I'm like, what the hell's this guy doing?
What fantasy trade?
Didn't you get Mahomes for somebody?
I was getting Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
And he just threw in Mahomes because he was taking Jordan Love.
Oh, I see.
So it was essentially Jordan Love for Amari Cooper because I'm not using Jordan Love.
Gotcha. All right, your best of the week.
Oh, Commander. I thought you were going to introduce it. It's on me.
Oh. Go ahead.
Commanders. What? Mine is Jaden Daniels. Yeah, so this Commanders team, even without Jaden Daniels, is balling. What is it? Oh, Bryce Young. I said -2. Bryce Young came in the game and went 2 for 2, but went -4 on yards. But yeah, it says a lot about this Commanders team because Mariota was on the Falcons and he didn't do that well.
He was on the Eagles last year.
But he wasn't a starter. He was just a backup. But he was a starter on the Falcons. Didn't do that great. So it just shows what this team is. Even without Jaden Daniels, they can still, I mean, they blew them out. Not that the Panthers are anything special, but they're still an NFL team. 40-7.
And this is why I don't like ESPN and similar type. They praise Jaden Daniels like he's the second coming of Jesus Christ himself, but give no credit to the offensive coordinators, the offensive line, nobody. It's like, oh my God, he's the greatest thing since the God Pat Mahomes, who has had the luck of having Andy Reid for his entire career, but never gets any credit for that. Mariota steps in, and they don't miss a beat.
They don't miss a beat, yeah.
Is Mariota better than Daniels? Absolutely not. But you got to give some credit to the damn coaching staff. They got this team playing out of their minds. The only loss they've had since, week 2 or whatever, was to the Ravens, and it was only a 7-point game. To the Ravens.
Right.
This team is dangerous.
Everybody overlooked.
My boy, Scary Terry.
Yeah,
finally getting some shine. I like it.
Yeah. He hasn't had someone thrown to him in a while.
Yeah.
So, good for him. But yeah, Commanders look like they got a stranglehold on that division, and they got a bright future ahead of them. Dave's worst. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, you're right. I did introduce it, but not for yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, mine's not worse because of the loss. Mine's worse because of what Tampa Bay lost. They lost. Their season just folded right there. With Godwin, Evans, they set up to a month, and you don't even know how he's going to come back after that.
What was his injury? You know,
hamstring. And he was playing through it, which he probably shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? And he went down hard.
What happened was they got a touchdown. The Bucks. Mm-hmm. There was a holding call, which if you watch the replay, kind of holding, but not really. Very next play, he throws that pass to Mike Evans in the end zone, and he gets injured. Yeah. So without that holding call, might he still be fine? With
hamstrings are weird ones, weird injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
You could feel like you're good like 1 minute, and then you get out, start running,
and that sucker locks up, boy. Oh my God. Yeah. But yeah, this is horrible for the Bucs, horrible for Baker. I'm sure they're still going to compete, but it's bad.
The good news is that division is coming back to reality, and the Falcons don't look like they're ready to take control of anything.
Yeah.
So, have the Bucs played the Panthers yet? They might have 2 coming up against the Panthers.
Yeah, they got a Panthers coming up.
So, they can hang around, and if it's me, I'm not rushing Mike Evans back. Regardless. But also, you can hang around not only in this division, but in the NFC. Who's scaring you in the NFC? They're already 4-3. Who are you competing against?
NFC
the
in
Eagles,
general?
The Cowboys, like for a wild card spot, I mean. Eagles, Cowboys.
I'm thinking 3 out of the NFC North right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, it might be even 4. So that could be who you're competing against. Is the
it just sucks for Baker though. He looked good. You know what I mean? So pumped up. You can see he's having a good time, enjoying himself, and this sucks. I mean, they should be all right if Evans can come back healthy. They got some secondary receivers.
It could be
Shepard.
It could be a Stafford situation. Once his receivers went out, it was like
done.
Yeah, it's over.
Like light switch went off. I don't think Baker's that guy though.
Oh. All right. My worst is, this game is pretty terrible. But let's go take a look at the second or third overall pick in the draft last year? Anthony Richardson.
Drafted him in fantasy, not to cut you off.
I think 3 times. 3 different leagues. We're doing all right.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I tried to tell you.
We're seeing a therapist about it. It's no big deal.
That makes sense. 10 of 24 for 129 yards. Let's give a moment of silence. That's it. Nobody cares.
10 completions.
This is about what you expect when you draft a guy. And I take it personally. I'm not a big Cam Newton guy. Like, I was never like, oh my God, he's the best. But comparing this guy to Cam Newton is so disrespectful to Cam Newton. He is closer to Terrell Pryor than he is to Cam Newton. It is disrespect.
He's the same size around Cam Newton. I think that's probably the only reason.
Terrell Pryor is the same size too.
Yeah.
He's closer to Jamarcus Russell than he is to Cam Newton.
I think the story we're missing here is the fact that Flacco makes all these quarterbacks look bad.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like, look, it's easy to do.
Give
Joe Flacco
a job.
can do it.
Needs to be starting somewhere.
Flacco, he was on the Manning Monday night thing, and he's just chilling. Dude is he's just having a great time. He's like, oh, you want me to come in and throw 4 touchdowns? I will. Except he's like, I'll do it if you want. He's like all quiet. I guess if you need me to. All right, there's last one. I assume your worst isn't the Steelers, but it's the New York
Absolutely
Jets.
not. Yeah, they made the Steelers look. They made Russell Wilson look pretty good out there. They're supposed to have the top defense in the league, and that's not how they looked. Aaron Rodgers throws everybody under the bus. He says it's not his fault. Well, I seen him forcing throws to Devontae Adams, and it's funny that they thought Devontae Adams was a fix for this team. It's pretty good.
Devontae Adams thinks Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league.
Seems like this team has so much talent.
But you know what the problem is? This logo right here.
It just changed the logo.
Dragged and dropped all the roster onto, like, if you flipped the logos on the two teams, then the Jets would have blown out the Steelers. And Russell Wilson would have been 8 of 34 with 3 picks.
You know what's interesting is that Devontae Adams lost to the Steelers as a Raider, lost to the Steelers as a Jet, back to back.
Were they both in Pitt?
How could he have just stayed
there? Like, yeah, I'll get traded. I'll just hang out here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
this team's a mess.
We had high hopes for this. Me and Dave picked them to win the division.
Yeah, y'all had high hopes.
I mean, even when you see Devontae on there, you're like, hell yeah, they're going to win the division. But
let me ask you a question.
But on the other hand, they should have beaten the Bills. They 100% should have beaten the Bills. That puts them 1 game behind them. How terrible they're playing. You know what I mean? What does that say for them? Yeah. They look like absolute crap. Your team's giving up 40 points, but you should be.
Let me ask you a question.
You should be 1 game behind the Bills right now. 1. Yeah. With the tiebreaker over them.
So, do you remember the Miami Dolphins? How they don't have a quarterback right now? They have the same record as the...
Yeah.
I actually think the Jets did better last year with Zach Wilson. I think if we looked up at this time last year, I think they were 4-2.
You gonna stop disrespecting Zach Wilson now?
I'm gonna keep disrespecting Zach Wilson until he proves something.
Once he gets the chance, he will. Look at Sam Darnold and Geno. I almost call him Watkins.
That's a good argument.
So, all right. Here we go. Cleveland Browns fans rejoice as Deshaun Watson ruptures his Achilles as the end of his season comes. Now, we talked about this a little bit, I think, before we started on it. Or was it during the picks? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Picks.
But anyways, Watson was cheered being taken off the field. Or did they boo him getting taken off the field?
Booed.
They booed him going
probably
off
cheering.
No,
They were cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So originally I gave the Browns credit because when I saw when they were doing quarterback sneaks against the Jags, I was like, they're putting Winston in because he's bigger and they don't want to injure their $460 million man or whatever. But they were only putting him in because he refused to do quarterback sneaks.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable.
I already told you guys my solution for him. Before he tore that, I already told you I would have sat him right on the bench.
Would you wheel him out in a wheelchair and make him sit there?
Sit right there, fully padded too.
Yeah. How many rub and tugs do you think you'll get during physical therapy? Over under 5 per day.
Definitely going over.
I don't know. If it was me, like, if I was getting rub and tugs before games, my legs wouldn't be under me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd be pretty loose, though. You know what I mean? You'd be loose.
Yeah, loose mentally.
You could probably sling it. You wouldn't be able to run.
Yeah. Why aren't you breaking the pocket anymore? Well, you see. But my mind is clear.
Couldn't have gone for that number 6.
What do you guys think? Do the Cleveland Browns have a chance to make some noise with Jameis Winston? How do you feel about Deshaun Watson? Is this the end of his NFL career? All questions that need answers.
I'm going to say yes, this is the end of his career. How many years does he have left on that contract?
Like
does anyone
4?
know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe not. And his backup got injured. Dorian.
But if he is forced to retire due to injury, he gets all the money.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what guaranteed's about. But if he's cleared to come back and retires, then he doesn't get it.
Oh, he's coming back then, 100%.
Yeah, he's going to come back.
He's getting paid.
I think that they're going to make a run for the playoffs after that exit.
With the defense being the defense of last year, I'd say yes, but they're giving up a ton of points. You know what I mean? Here and there, you see signs of a good defense, but defense doesn't look like what it did last year. It's going to be the same as when he was on New Orleans. He's going to pump up some points. Yeah, you're going to throw 4 touchdowns, but
Tampa Bay. Was it Tampa Bay? Oh, he was on New Orleans too. He was on Tampa Bay too.
Yeah.
That's where he started.
Yeah. I mean, he can sling it, but you throw four touchdowns, 4 picks, it ain't going to help you out.
It's better than what they're doing now, though.
100%.
And they're going to score 35 and give up 38 rather than lose 12 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't have a receiver. He's got Jerry Jeudy to throw to. He had Mike Evans and probably Michael Thomas, maybe.
Njoku, and then you got one younger dude.
Okay.
I mean, they're not going to win many games, but they'll be fine. I mean, they'll be able to compete now.
They're better off.
Yeah, they'll be able to compete.
And what do you feel about the Browns fans booing him or cheering his injury or whatever?
We said it earlier.
I just don't remember if it was on the show or not.
It's understandable for the fans to boo him. They're upset. Yeah, you're taking all the damn team's money. You don't want to play. You don't want to do the extras. You don't want to do any of it, but you're collecting that cash. You know what I mean? Now Browns can't get other players because you're sucking up all the cap.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I was watching this live, I jumped up and I excited.
You went in and started cheering too?
Yes, I did. I ran and told Leanne, I was like,
you were like, can you give me a rub and tug to celebrate?
Yeah. I was thrilled about this.
So for me, if the guy is out there giving it his all and they boo him, I'm mad at the Browns fans. But if he's
if Baker went down or something, if they were cheering for it that he got injured, right. I'm with you.
I mean, if he is giving it his all and he looks like 2017 or 2018 Deshaun Watson, whatever, and they're still losing, you know what I mean? Like he's trying, he's doing everything he can. Then the Cleveland Browns fans, I would trust in them. They wouldn't boo him. But the fact that he's not trying, he deserves it 100%. Does he deserve a ruptured Achilles? No, but he deserves to be booed. I would say that's for
Definitely
sure.
Deserves to be benched.
It sucks. He does, yeah. It sucks that he got hurt, just in general. And that's got to be such a miserable recovery for that injury. Could you think of anything worse than an Achilles rupture?
Had that done.
Freaking terrible.
He said it's like a shade rolling up. Like pulling a shade down and letting it go.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like all the way up your calf.
He said he thought he got shot.
Yeah. And it's disgusting. But, I mean, it sucks that he's hurt, but I can't blame him for booing him. All right, Jaden Daniels week to week with a rib injury. He kind of fell weird. It was during the opening drive against the Panthers.
It looks like Jaden Daniels' injury.
Yeah.
Oh, they said, okay, sorry.
Who did I say?
I thought you were talking
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. I'm with you.
But it was just like on a little keeper, and he ended up going out during the game. Hopefully he can play against the Bears. If it's me and I'm Washington, there is no chance in hell this dude plays this week, possibly next week. You're up a half game on the Eagles in the division, who have a tough game this week. Your team still played well without you. Granted, it was against the Panthers, but they still dropped 40. You drop 40, you're playing well no matter who you play against. There's no chance. I don't care how badly he wants to play. He's sitting. Get healthy.
Yeah, I agree. Would you say that he needs the Tua treatment where he fattens up a little bit so he doesn't get injured? Because he is a skinny guy for a quarterback that's running all the time.
Yeah.
But then that's that balance of if you gain more weight, you're not going to be as mobile. It's like that's how Lamar was. Lamar gained weight last year, but he wasn't as mobile. That's rain.
Oh, I thought the air conditioner was malfunctioning.
But this year he lost weight and now he's back to being mobile. But you got that injury risk.
Yeah, I agree. I would want him to put on a little bit, but I don't know. Like, is muscle going to help out a quarterback?
Yeah, if you ever had a rib injury, this sucks. How bad? I don't know how bad it is or whatever, but
Yeah, how do you even
sucks to
heal?
just breathe.
Oh
just gotta
my
like
God,
sit
rib
there and
injuries
heal.
are the worst. But they
Terrible.
do. I'm sure he'll play sooner than you think. They do have the flak jacket, as long as he can still throw the ball and as long as it's not affecting his breathing a ton. They do have that flak jacket that completely protects you. Jordy Nelson wore it for a whole season.
If it's you and you're making the decision, does he start?
100% no.
Yeah, it's not.
So I'm pretty disappointed that he's out this week because I was looking forward to this game. Bears against Commanders,
it'd be fun.
the two rookies. See what they got.
Commanders are still gonna bang him though.
Jaden Daniels, yeah, that would have been a better game.
Yeah. No, it would have been a bigger blowout. Brandon Ayuk, who no-showed every single game except for one, has a torn ACL and MCL. Another miserable goddamn injury.
I guess this is why you get your contract. That's why you have the holdout. Because when stuff like this happens, you gotta get paid.
You gotta be able to take care of your family.
Gotta be able to take care of your family.
yeah.
He couldn't do it on the 15 mil he was making previous season.
Yeah,
They showed
it was a bad.
corner.
Yeah,
It's
it
nasty.
was a flamingo one.
Yeah.
It was bad.
yeah, you knew he was done. He at least walked off, I guess.
Yeah. It's
Bad
just-
news for the
It
Niners.
sucks.
Yeah, he got
It
his
really
check.
is.
He was tapped out. He wasn't doing anything. I don't think they're gonna miss him much. They're gonna miss his name. That's about it.
Yeah. Now, is this the weirdest set of player injuries you've had on
About
one
the
team?
weirdest year.
Yeah.
Just in general, all the stars are going down like crazy.
Give some
And it's
kids
not
a chance.
Yeah, and it's not broken finger. It's fucking legs spun around the wrong way, and Godwin's foot's facing the wrong
Godwin, yeah.
direction.
That
was
Aiden
awful.
Hutchinson one. I don't know if we talked about that, but that was
Mid
gross.
shin.
It looked like a piece of clothing grabbing her on the leg. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Now, we didn't talk about this and we don't have it on the docket, and we're running up against the clock here, but who do you go and get if you're the Lions to replace Aiden Hutchinson? The two names I've heard is
I was going to
Maximus
say,
Crosby.
I think I walk over to Las Vegas and
Yeah.
have a little sit down there.
What about walking over to the Land, as they call it? The worst nickname
Yeah.
for any city ever,
Yeah.
by the way, and grabbing Myles Garrett.
You have to give the farm for either one, but
You think? Maybe a first and a third?
for Crosby,
I'd like Crosby over there. And I'm sure he'd be more than happy to go to a winning team.
Yeah, and you always have the risk with Myles Garrett that he's going to assault someone with their own helmet.
Yeah.
So,
Let's not get back into that.
yeah. Hashtag never forget.
I don't think you couldn't cut that last one. You did it live. It was.
I didn't say anything weird.
Next.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to get either one of those guys. And if you just think about this. Let's say they want a first, a third, and a fifth, either team. If you're the Lions, you want to keep whoever you're getting. Who are you going to get in the upcoming draft that would be better than Max Crosby or Myles Garrett?
Huh?
You're going to get a first rounder of like a cornerback because you're going to have like the 29th pick or whatever.
They're going to want multiple ones for him, though, right?
Maybe.
I
But-
can get away with a year of a 1 and a 3 or something like bye-bye.
Now think about that. You're going to have like the 29th pick. So Xavier Worthy was the 29th pick this year, whatever. Then you get a third. You're going to get like a third string offensive lineman. In the 5th round, you're going to get a kicker. Like,
The other way
is that worth Max Crosby?
Other
Of
way you
course
got to
it
look
is.
at is Detroit's peaking right now.
Yeah.
Going to start going down. You got to drop the hammer. If you can get somebody like that, you drop the hammer immediately.
Yeah, you're trying to
then-
win now.
For future, you're going to have two of the best defensive ends in the NFL on the same team.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I
just
mean?
re-signed Hutchinson. If they could re-sign Crosby and just have him, because
That would
who
be
was it for the
sick.
Colts? Mathis and Freeney for like
Quite free.
a decade. They were just
Freaking havoc.
yeah, insane. Todd Bowles. This is an annoying one to me. So Chris Godwin breaks his leg at the end of the Bucs-Ravens game. Ankle. And Todd Bowles is being chastised, first question, then chastised, then criticized for keeping Godwin in the game. And his response was, well, they wanted to be in the game. We're trying to win. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Thoughts on
Yeah, I mean,
this in general?
it's a 10-point game. Do they have a great chance to win it? No, but you're trying to win the game. These guys are competitors. I like the guy that wants to stay in and try to do it. You know what I mean? If it's a 20-point game, all right, I got a problem with this. But it's still a game. A pick, a fumble, a touchdown. You know what I mean? It's right there. It's not
literally like still in.
Yeah, it's not like high likeliness of it happen, but you're trying to win.
So they're down by 10. If they get a touchdown, they get a field goal. They already recovered an onside kick. It's not like it was out of reach.
Yeah.
I mean, how much time was left? 2 minutes, we'll say? I don't even think.
It was
minute and a half.
It was right around 2 or just under 2.
Something like that.
Yeah, and they were right about to kick a field goal. It was like first down, and they're like, okay, we're going to kick the field goal, try and get the onsides, and then the touchdown. They were right there within striking distance, so I mean, people just want to play armchair quarterback and criticize after the fact, and now
they were hounding him for a while on this.
Yeah.
How about if they would have kicked the field goal, got the onside kick, went all the way down to, we'll say, to 30, and their receivers couldn't catch the ball no more. Now they would have been like, damn, why wasn't Godwin back in the game?
100%.
If Godwin would have played, you guys
the other point is, why is there other starters in the game? I didn't hear anybody say that, why is Baker in the game?
Just because he got hurt.
And that's always a really good point, because why is Godwin more special than so-and-so or so-and-so?
Rashad White's
have to take out like 12 dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and what about your star left tackle?
Yeah, if I was the tackle, I'd be like, yeah, why these guys get to come out? You know what I mean? I get
John Johnson come in for me.
Come on, guys who don't want to be in here, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want
to? Got 11 chances.
Why is he in?
11 chances to miss, and they'll be like, oh, why'd you have your center in? Oh, why'd you have your place kicker in?
And look, they're showing Anthony Rizzo. Why was he in the game when they're trying to win the division?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Longest world. I don't know why it's showing this, but
hold on. Before you switch topics, you're not going to talk about Hopkins. We're just going to roll over that.
Hopkins to the Chiefs. All right.
Dave got him on waivers this morning.
Yeah. He's going to have 6 catches the rest of the year for 41 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
it'll be a big 41 yards, though.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yankees, Dodgers, World Series. Now, this is a list of the teams who have the longest active World Series droughts. Yankees beat the Indians or the Guardians in 5, and the Dodgers just slapped the Mets in 6. They were putting up double digits a couple times. It's not looking good.
It was such a weird game. It was such a weird series. It was like 9-0 in game 1.
Yeah.
They lost game 2, came back 8-0 in game 3. It was just weird.
Yeah. The Dodgers leading in. They beat the Padres. They had the longest scoreless inning streak.
Yeah, 33 or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. But so we talked about this in the predictions, but Dave's taking the Dodgers in 6.
I want the Yankees, but I'm taking the Dodgers.
We're all rooting for the Yankees, but 2 of us have Yankees hats on right now. Dare said Yankees in 6. Wait, did you say Dodgers in 5 or 6? 6, and I have Yankees in 6. So, and then right here, we don't even have to go anywhere. Dave said it off the top. Fernando Valenzuela dies at 63.
Way too young.
Yeah, what did he die of?
I didn't see. I'm not sure.
He always had the strangest freaking pitching, like an old school one.
Yeah.
But so there's no cause of death on this site yet, but
he definitely did something that is never going to happen again. 20 complete games a season. 20. Insane. 81, I think it was. Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and World Series. How about coming in the league like that?
It's like, might as well retire.
Yeah. I think the year before he did the 20 complete games, he had 9 shutouts. Stuttering. He had 9 shutouts the year before.
So I was trying to see who had the most complete games in 2.
Jesus. That's insane.
In 2024
he
is
had
2.
20.
Yeah. Wow.
That's insane.
R.I.P. All right, Dave, I'm going to throw this one to you. LeBron and LeBron James Jr. LeBron James and LeBron James Jr. make history as the NBA's first father-son duo to play together.
Now you know how I feel about the NBA. I put this on here.
No, how do you feel?
Because it's a who cares.
Yeah.
This kid would not be on this team.
Yeah.
100%. And I don't even think he would be in the NBA if that wasn't who his dad was. He's trash. He came in, played 3 minutes, got a rebound, shot a 3-pointer and missed, and went right back to the pine.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, went right back to the pine. Pretty sure he did. He did ink it 1 rebound though. I'm pretty sure.
He was undersized, overmatched. Minnesota just got guy from the Knicks.
Randall. Not Randall. Was it Randall?
Julius Randle. He tried to deal Randall. Randall was like, "Nah, son, bang right in your face." Backed him down.
Was that at the foul line when he hit the jumper in his face?
So they almost had a highlight moment. It was real close. LeBron dished it them for a 3.
Which one?
LeBron. LeBron dished
They're
it.
both LeBron.
Bronny Senior dished it to Bronny Jr.
Senior dished it to Junior, and he had the open shot. It rattled in and out. That was the only time.
Does he have to get more time under his belt in order to wear only one leg sleeve?
Yeah.
Okay.
You earn it as you go, kind of thing.
All right.
Well, for LeBron James Sr., just so Puff Daddy can reach up his leg pant. That's why he only has the one. What's with the young shorts in basketball now? Why are we doing this?
They're going back old
They're
school.
going back. It always comes back
They're
around.
not quite as short as like the Bird days.
Yeah.
Like when his nuts were hanging out.
You can see just a couple of hairs sticking out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good for Lakers though. You got your new
young
coach.
shorts?
No, not that.
Oh.
You got a new coach, JJ Redick. They seem to be playing good defenses. Minnesota team is supposed to be one of the best teams in the league.
Didn't they trade
just
that
handled
goofball that kept shooting threes in the
Carl
Conference
Anthony
Finals?
Towns? Yeah, he went to New York, which they lost against Boston.
Which after his playoff performance last year, why the hell did Knicks accept that? Randall Junk?
Yeah, Randall's not. He's inconsistent.
Is it?
That is a great question. I'll throw it over to you.
Yeah, he's pretty inconsistent. He always wants to be ball dominant. He always wants the ball. So I think Towns will probably fit in better with that crew.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do a couple things here real quick. We have I don't have a graphic for it, but we have our top. We did a power rankings thing here. I'll run that down really quick. One moment here. If one of you guys want to fill the airspace with just some nuggets, or
You know where you are? We're in the jungle, baby.
So who do we got tonight for NBA?
okay, here we go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Number 10, so power rankings, I'll just run them down real quick. San Francisco 49ers. So we each picked our top 10, and then we averaged out the scores. There were a couple tiebreakers, but we have San Francisco at 10, Pittsburgh at 9, Houston at 8, Washington at 7, Green Bay at 6, Buffalo at 5, Minnesota 4, Kansas City 3, Baltimore 2, and the number 1 team in the NFL right now, the Detroit Lions. All right, we're going to do real quick. We're going to go team by team. We got about 15 minutes, so it'll be good. And we're going to each of us will vote. We're going to rank everything, a little quick tier list. We got 7 ads on the screen, too, if anyone wants to check out desk chairs at whatever that says.
Sit matters.
And then Red Bull Zero Sugar. I can get behind that one. Okay. New Orleans Saints. Dare, where do you rank the Saints? Number 1 pick contention, young but intriguing, mediocre at best, missing playoff teams, potential wild cards, playoff teams, Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl favorites.
Well, they're a very incomplete team right now. They don't have their starting quarterback. Their wide receiver 2 is out. Olave injured. They're going to be missing the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. Missing the playoffs. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going to say mediocre at best, but I will agree with you guys. So now the Dolphins are an interesting one.
They are.
Now that Tua's back and they don't have a miserable, terrible quarterback, they have a mediocre quarterback. Dave, Dolphins, where do you rank them?
Slide me up to potential wild card.
For me, they're too far behind. Well, it's the AFC. There's a lot of room to work.
AFC's weak for
I'll agree with potential wild card.
It's the first one that came to my mind.
They gotta have to come on fire and hit.
They're gonna have to win like 4 straight or something.
5 out of 6.
Baltimore Ravens. Does anyone think they're not Super Bowl favorites?
Nope.
Okay.
I told you that last year.
Cincinnati Bengals. Now, for me, playoff teams is where I rank them. They're 3-4 right now, but they're on the up. They had a miserable start to the season, robbed against Kansas City, which should have been a win. So I will say playoff teams.
Yeah, they do this every year where they start off slow and then they figured it out. Definitely playoff team.
Their defense scares me.
Yeah.
They don't score a lot of points here. And, every other game. But
well, they're going to win this week because you cursed them.
Yeah,
you cursed Philly already.
I'll go with a playoff team. It's borderline, but I'll go with a playoff.
All right, Denver Broncos. Now, Darrell, start with you. Going around the table.
Yeah, Bo Nix looking all right. I mean, not the greatest, but he's holding it down, and their defense is great. I'm going to go young but intriguing.
Can I just pause for a second? Am I tripping, or is the NY sticking out of Giants? Does it look like it's 3D? Or am I tripping?
It kind of a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I'm just making sure I don't have to go.
My edibles are just kicking in, so I see.
Yeah. Where are you putting them down?
Young but intriguing.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So for me, they're 4-3. They're a potential wild card team.
Just the points that scare me. You can't put it.
Yeah.
They could put up more
Offense.
points. The defense is decent. I mean, here and there they're really good, but they're decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll put the young boy.
Well, I mean, it's 2-1. So Giants.
They show signs here and there, but I'm gonna go mediocre at best.
I totally
That's
agree.
100% where they're at.
Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to say Super Bowl contenders because they still got a couple holes, but the defense looks so good, and unlike the Broncos, the offense can keep up. What do you say, Dare?
At the start of this year, we would have definitely said potential wild card.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Super Bowl contenders,
Mediocre
100%.
at best. Yeah, oh, definitely contender. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl, but they're definitely gonna.
Oh, is
be
that
tough.
what that means? Because the
What?
Ravens aren't Super Bowl favorites, then.
That's what Super Bowl favorite means. That you're saying that they're
gonna
probably going to win.
Oh, I disagree with that. Then.
Oh, I thought it meant like potential to go to the Super Bowl.
No,
I think.
Super Bowl favorites
Oh,
means
we
that-
should move Ravens to
Yeah,
contenders because
yeah, I think so.
there's only one team that should be on this.
Only one team.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, yeah. Okay. Poor Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, they're going to lose Cup.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going mediocre at best
Yeah,
on this
slide 'em
one.
right next to Giants. I agree.
Dang, I would have said missing playoff teams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would. I think.
Yeah,
it would
I
be,
mean, yeah, it could fit in either
Yeah,
one.
give
Let's
Stafford
go.
some respect. Yeah,
Yeah.
slide him
Yeah.
up there.
And Puka will come back. They'll look good towards the end of the year.
Yeah, agree.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one, a lot of injuries this year. Makes it.
A couple days ago, I would have had them probably
Playoff.
with the Bengals, maybe
Yeah.
with the Ravens. But I'm going to put them at potential wild card. I still think they'll figure it out. They're still going to be decent.
So the reason that I put them as playoff team is because I still think they're going to win the division. So they won't be a wild card technically. But
I won't hate it if you put them up there.
what do you think? Wild card, division, missing playoffs. That's kind of where the Bucs are going to sit in
Yeah,
this
I
range.
wouldn't hate either one.
I'm going to go with missing playoffs after the injuries.
Oh my God! So we're going to have to go right in the middle since we're all disagreeing. So because that's +1, that's 0, that's -1. So we're right in the middle. Yeah, I'll just do that really
You better
quick.
put them up one more. You can't disrespect the Lions like that. Put them up one more.
Well, they're not going to be in the Super Bowl.
We think they're going to win it.
Win what?
I mean, we want we want them to win it.
So we can only have 2 up there? Is that what we're saying?
No, you could have 5 up there if you
Well,
want.
if you can only have 2, then we'll just get this out of the way. There. Lions aren't Super Bowl contenders?
Lions are going up there.
I
Nah.
don't
Get
like
Niners
San
out of
Fran
there.
up there.
I don't
I'm a fan
either.
of that.
I like San Fran.
Get used to it.
I like San Fran
down with the
playoffs.
Bengals or Bucks.
Playoff team, maybe.
What? San Francisco, the team that's going to
I'm
be
telling you,
the team that's going to lose to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
they're going to get bounced. I'd be surprised if they made past
I
the
like
first
the
round.
I like the playoff team.
Playoff team?
Yeah.
All right. Unbelievable. You guys are out of control. All right, I'll start Chicago Bears. I'll put them here so you guys vote off of that.
What?
You
You're
can
not
put
serious.
I'm
You
dead
can-
serious.
I'm stuck in between putting them next to the Rams or the Bucks.
Rams or Bucks. Okay. Where do you want?
I'm
where
like,
do you
I'll
want?
leave it up to Dare. I'm on that middle line.
This is where I'd really have.
That's my wild card team.
Mediocre at best.
Yeah.
All right, so in the middle would be missing playoff teams. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles. We'll start with you.
I'm going missing playoff.
I'm gonna slide them next to the Bucks.
Potential wild card. I agree with you. Oh God. Vegas Raiders.
Are they bad enough for first pick compensation? No.
Yeah,
After that, I think number 1 pick contender.
I'm putting them down there.
Yeah, they're a disaster.
Green Bay Packers. I don't think they're quite Super Bowl contender level, but
No,
I wouldn't feel comfortable putting them anywhere under playoff.
I agree.
teams.
Next to
playoff
San Fran.
team. I like that.
Even though they'll probably be in the wild card because one of these two teams will win the division, but still they're in this range for sure. Commanders.
I wouldn't mind putting them right next to Green Bay. I don't
agree.
feel comfortable putting it higher, but
Let's go potential wild card. Yeah, well, you guys win the vote.
Yeah. Arizona Cardinals.
They're-
They're mediocre at best.
Mediocre. Yeah, mediocre.
they're a question mark though. Sometimes they look really, really good, but yeah, I see them missing the playoffs, so you can put them down there.
Mediocre.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Now this is a tricky one for me because I still think, even though they've started off well, that they're going to miss the playoffs. Even with that defense, I don't see it. What do you got? So I put them missing playoffs.
I got wild card.
I agree, only because the AFC for some reason is weak
Wild
as
card?
hell.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills. Super Bowl contender or playoff team?
That's pretty much, that's the deciding.
Yeah, that's where I'm right there.
I'll say Super Bowl contender. When they're
Yeah.
on their
Yeah, go
When
Super Bowl.
Cook is running out of his mind, and yeah, I agree. I'll go up there.
Atlanta Falcons.
The hell with them after they cost me money last week.
Missing playoffs or mediocre at best?
First pick compensation.
They're winning that division. They're winning that division.
Yeah, I'm
Playoff
gonna
team.
give them playoff. I don't mind them being next to Washington. I
All
don't
right,
think
so-
they're Super Bowl
well, they-
contenders.
They
We're
both
gonna
can't
have
be
to put them
playoff.
in the middle. Or wait, you both said playoff team?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is embarrassing. Seattle Seahawks. Potential wild card? They're in the lead in the division.
And Geno's throwing for the most yards in the league.
Potential wild card?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got to go that route.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it if you switched it like Seattle.
Yeah, I would be happier with that.
Yeah.
New England, pretty safe. Number 1 pick contention. Cleveland, do we think they're going to get out of the number 1 pick contention with Jameis Winston?
Yeah, they will. We can
So
put
what do
them
you
at
think? Mediocre at best. Houston Texans. So that division's so bad that they have to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
They're not Super Bowl contenders to me. They're just
Agree.
Oh, here we go.
Dallas
Here we
Cowboys. Go ahead,
Start with
Cowboys
me.
fan. Yeah.
Playoff team.
Yikes. I'm going to say mediocre at best.
Didn't I tell you guys there was a chance that they could not make the playoffs? They don't make the playoffs.
Neither of us had them in the playoffs.
They are mediocre at best. They're right next to the Browns.
Yeah, that is a good place for them to be.
Yeah.
San Diego Chargers. Man, the AFC's weak. The Chargers had a good start. They have a good defense, but I think still missing playoffs.
Some playoffs.
Yeah,
I agree.
New York Jets, mediocre at best.
They
Or missing
deserve that.
playoffs.
They deserve the mediocre at
Yeah.
best.
Panthers will stick right down here. Titans. Is there anything intriguing about the Titans right now?
No, absolutely not. Wow.
Colts. With Joe
I was
Flacco,
going to say with Flacco, you can put him at missing playoffs.
Yep.
They're right there.
mediocre at best.
Yeah.
With Richardson. And then Jaguars.
Biggest
Probably
disappointment.
mediocre at best as
Biggest
well.
disappointment on that sheet right there.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Young but intriguing. They have some good wide receivers. They're not going to be in the top. They'll be in like the top 10 for the first round. But All right, I'm gonna say young but intriguing.
All right, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we go. There's one Super Bowl favorite, obviously. Well, there should be two, but you guys are playing me. It should be this, but all right, we'll put it back. That looks like it says something. BOOWFT. Boofed. I don't know why that. Or for some reason, this isn't saying G; it's saying O to me. Just the outline, I guess.
They say it's the power button.
Yeah. Oh yeah, kind of is.
Pick that same Fran out. It can be both.
That's true. So you guys fucked it up. All right, I think that'll do it for us. Let us know what you think about our tier list, TEAR list, because I'll have tiers when Kansas City wins again.
When the Cowboys make the playoffs.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, I fixed it.
No trash or cash.
I fixed it. Oh, we don't have any cash or trash. So, Dare, next week, you will do 7 cash or trashes.
That'd be easy. Kirk Cousins, top 10.
You can't do that for all this crap. The Cowboys are the worst team in the NFL, cash or trash. The Cowboys are the most overrated team in the NFL, cash or trash.
That's definitely trash. They're definitely not overrated.
What do you mean? You said they were going to be in the Super Bowl. And you meant it.
Did mean it.
Unbelievable.
But I changed my mind. Remember we did the reboots.
Yeah, so we had...
So
I don't
got
even
Lions.
remember who yours were.
I got Lions, Ravens.
Oh, so you took my team, huh?
Yeah, I didn't take Jags, but I took Lions.
Yeah. Yep. See, I was having fun. Well, I had Lions the whole time, so I don't know what you're talking about. So, it was a nice try, but I had Lions from the start. But we all know who's going to win. There you go.
Ooh, there's no way it's going to be the same thing.
Fire right now.
Cash or trash. There were 9 goddamn stink bugs in this room the other day. Where are they coming from?
I found 3.
Where do they come from?
They're ready. They were like ready to go to bed.
I moved my couch and there was a group of like 15 of them just huddled on the wall.
They're going ready for the winter.
And those things
having a big ass orgy.
I trapped one for like 3 days. That shit was still alive.
Yeah, they're good to go. I threw one in gas. And
I'll give you
there in a bottle of gas.
I'll give you the fix. You get a water bottle like that. You just put them in a water bottle. You collect them.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, that's fine. You can't squish them because they stink.
Yeah.
I threw one in the bottle, closed the top of the bottle, and I went.
He was bouncing around.
Yeah.
Damn.
I burned the legs out that one up there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what the final score of the Chiefs versus 49ers will be in the Super Bowl.
Hopefully it's like 6-3.
Listen. I'm not watching it. I'm telling you right now. If it's Chiefs Eagles in the Super Bowl, I am not watching it. No matter what, if the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Flashbacks.
Of what?
They beat the Chiefs. Chiefs beat Eagles in Super Bowl or Super.
No.
Yeah, they did.
When?
What was the Super Bowl 2 years ago?
See, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was. It was Chiefs and Eagles, and Chiefs won 2 years ago.
Did they?
Now you're making me question it.
So you're trying to talk shit. You don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I'm right. I was just asking. And then they went 10-1 after that. I'm with you. Yeah. And then they got bounced by the Bucks.
Yeah. All right. This is